Yo, you already know what time it is. Wolfgang Krauser, we're here. SNK. Show everybody what you got. Come on. The Emperor of Darkness descended from the blood of Stroheim. Yo, the armor clean. And again, I say this every time, but these season 2 trailers have been great. I like the editing. Comment down below what y'all think of this stage, by the way. I'm liking it a lot. Is that a UI change? Is there a UI change? Wait a minute. He just throws some in the air, yo. Big key blast. Legends Unleashed.
Fatal Fury.
City of the Wolves. So that was Krauser's trailer and everything. I think that's the rest of it. Let me make sure. When does it come out? 24th? Okay, bet. So I had a trailer play again, but now here comes the question I have. First off, character looks dope. Can't wait to play him. Can't wait for this character to come out and everything. I do have some questions though. Let me turn on my music in the background. So now we have Krauser. Okay, so we have Krauser and we have Kenshiro that's already been announced. So we know he's coming in June. Now the question is, who is the mystery character for May? That's my question. So it could either be a brand new character or a returning character or maybe a crossover character, guest character. I don't know. I don't know if it'll be another guest character considering we have Kenshiro, but can't rule out the realm of possibility. But that is a big thing for me that I'm trying to figure out. But again, yeah, Krauser looks dope. Krauser for me is one of those characters where like I'm aware of who he is, but I've never played him before. Like in KOF 98, I know he's in that game. I never really played him much. I always played Joe, Mature, and what's Kill's dad name? I always played him as well. But I never really played him in anything that he was in. And even in Real Bout 2 and stuff, I always just played Joe. So Krauser is new for me. So for me, this is a new experience to get to try to maybe get into this character. But I know a lot of you watching in my fan base, in my community, y'all are like heavy Krauser fans. Like I know y'all was waiting on Mary. I know folks was waiting on Geese. And then when they teased Krauser, folks was going crazy. Folks was like, wait a minute. Because my experience with this character is actually from the animated movie when it's that scene of him and Joe. And they were in the, like, I think it was like this hotel room. And like they were fight. I can't even call it a fight. It wasn't even a fight. It was one-sided. Joe got washed. I can't even lie. My man got washed. Joe got washed. But it was so cool looking. I hope they do a new movie or at least a reanimated version of that, like an updated version. That would be insane. If they did that, have Obari come back and do that, that'll make my day. But yeah, like that's what I know him from is the Fatal Fury movie. And then like Terry and him fighting that final fight. Just insane of a fight. It's so dope. That Terry eyes going red and them having like a whole like anime battle and stuff. But this right here. Is this a new UI update? This right here. So this doesn't usually look like that. Yo, my man got like the Johnny Bravo, got the chin and everything. But this is new. I think we're getting a UI update. So for anyone watching that's wondering what I'm talking about, some like weeks ago, this is like well into like the very beginning of season 2. I think this is when I think Jay just came out, but the devs from Fatal Fury did an interview with 4Gamer, and they asked some questions, yada yada, whatever, right? But one of the things they talked about was they know that folks have been asking for a UI update, a user interface update, basically how the game looks, you know, the menus and stuff. And they talked about that it was in the works and that it was coming down the line in the future. Mind you, again, this was around January, I want to say. I wasn't expecting them to do it this early. Me, I'm not gonna lie to you, I was really expecting them to do this like the end of the season, or maybe the end of the year, close to the middle end of the year. But I guess we're in April now, like halfway, going into the halfway point of April. So I guess technically this would be like close to the halfway point, but I was expecting this much later. So if this is a UI update, sick, awesome. One of my complaints I've had is the main menu is kind of bland. I do like that they incorporate the art, like they did that. I would like for them to continue doing that. Maybe even incorporate art from like artists in the community. That would be really dope. Have like these contests, kind of like what Capcom do with their character versus screens. Maybe down the line, incorporate that into the UI of the health bars, so you have custom art of characters and stuff like that, or whatever. SNK, if you're listening, if you're watching, I'm just saying, hey, the community will love that. It's the little things. The little things go a long way. I hope SNK will allow us to keep the armor on. I'm a big Saint Seiya fan, right? When I see this gold armor, I just immediately think of the Gold Saints. So that would be sick. But yeah, his model looks dope. The model looks dope. They did say that they weren't gonna give him the castle stage from the old games, because this is supposed to be all these fights supposed to be taking place in Southtown, I think, for the most part. And there's no giant castle. So they said they were gonna give him something that fits, right? Something that is appropriate for him. And I would say that this is appropriate for him. So that's awesome. And what I'm most interested in seeing is his arcade story mode. I still need to do Mary's, but I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I'm really not that interested in doing hers, because I don't think anything narratively crazy happens that's worth me doing it. But comment down below if you still want to see it. I've done every character so far in the game, minus like 2 that I really don't care about. I did Ronaldo's, but it wasn't worth me recording. Actually, I did everyone's, yeah, except for Ronaldo, because his didn't have anything worth me like making a video for. But Krauser is interesting because everyone was under the impression he was dead. Like, I thought that was, you know, essentially the story. Like, if you don't know, Krauser is Gee's half brother, but he's more in line of like, if you ever seen 7 Deadly Sins, think of Escanor. That is him. Like, he is honor, pride, you know, strongest, you know, I prove your strength, prove your worth, right? And so he hosts a tournament, KOF tournament, and fights everybody. Harry beats him, but he's like, look, you're not gonna beat me in my own castle, and I just gotta hold that. So he just kills himself, essentially. At least that's what we thought. He kind of just jumps back into, you know, the cliff. But turns out he lived. And knowing we know now about the Jin twins and stuff like that, and with Rock, with the third twin finally manifesting, kind of, I wonder if we're gonna get more lore stuff. I already said this. The beginning season of the game, like season 1, I think it wrapped up stuff, and now we're getting more story stuff of City of the Wolves. I think that's what's happening. I think that's what they've been doing. So now that we have like Rock's closure with everything, kind of sort of with like Geese, and Terry's gone narrative, like Terry left. Terry's no longer in Southtown. He left. So I think that's what's going on. As far as like the story goes, like it seems like they're still adding stuff as characters get implemented into this game. So I'm really curious what Krauser's like story relevance is, like how he ends up back in Southtown. Like, how does he get here? Are they gonna go into the whole thing with him like faking his death, apparently? And then I need to explain whose henchman that was in the animated clip that was like survival rate likely or whatever, like that was watching that. I got a lot of questions. Maybe they was with Billy, who knows? But all I can say is, again, character looks dope. Can't wait for the full release. Looking forward to that. Stage looks dope. And also, apparently, there's like some major update coming to the game. I think the same day he comes out. So we have that to look forward to from SNK as well. I'll put an image up on the screen or something just so you can see what I'm talking about. But on the 24th is when Krauser comes out, and I think that's when the full major update comes out. They didn't say in detail what it will be, but the 24th is when it happened. But they also mentioned something like on the 23rd. Let me see if I can, let me see, because I'm going off memory. So what we got? The Neo Geo stuff, I will talk about that in the video, but that's dope that they're bringing that back. So that's that, right? That's one. Two, what is this? Fatal Fury COTW's first anniversary special program. That's right, we are at the first anniversary of the game. So it's been a long haul, everybody, but we made it. All right. Celebrate with the voice actors and developers. Get the latest update info and watch exclusive footage. April. Oh, that's what they were talking about. April 23rd, 2026. Okay. So we have the Japanese VA for Terry and for Preacher. Nice. I can retweet that. Okay. Dope. And then this is the update I was talking about. Major update will be released on April 24th to coincide with the first anniversary. Update details will be revealed during the special program on April 23rd. I hope I don't work that day. Okay, cool. Then we have some about ranks. Regarding the ranked match scheduled downtime, okay, so this having to do with, I guess, his implementation in the game on that day. But yeah, like they cook. But now I'm curious about the major update. Like, it's not just Krauser now. So now maybe UI updates, maybe some other things we don't know about. Who knows? But what I do know is we reached that part of the video where I ask you all my favorite question, and that's, what are your thoughts? What do you think of Wolfgang Wolfgang Krauser von Stroheim? I think that's his full name. I think that's how you say it. What do you think of him? Are you happy to see him back? What do you think of his model? What do you think of his attacks? What do you think of the stage? You know, let me know what you think of the stage and the music and all that. And just give me your thoughts. I'm happy that this character is back. I know a lot of y'all in my community were looking forward to this character, hoping that he made it back. And now we have Team Boss from KOF 96, 98. So that's cool too. That's pretty dope. But yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. Yeah, be easy, be safe. Catch you on the flip side. Peace.